Hello everyone, today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. On this special edition of Gravesite Tours, we are going to be visiting Fort Gibson National Cemetery and paying honor and tribute to all those who paid the ultimate sacrifice. Stay around with me as we honor those who gave it all. Hello everybody, Jameson here. Well, I felt really, I don't know the right words to say, but I felt very compelled to want to come here today. Earlier, I had to go by the store, get some supplies, get some food for dinner. And I'm standing in line and I'm looking around, people buying hamburger meat, steaks, hot dogs for Memorial Day weekend, and something hit me, and that was sometimes we lose our grip and we forget why it is that we even have a Memorial Day weekend. What does it mean? Well, where I'm standing right now, I am surrounded by all those reasons. There are many, many national cemeteries, just like the ones I'm standing in right today, here in Fort Gibson, Oklahoma, that hold the remains of those who gave the ultimate sacrifice. Today, while I was reflecting on that, I couldn't help but think, I'm gonna do a lot of cool videos, showcase a lot of gravesite tours, well-known names, but I couldn't think of a more prestigious way to showcase the most famous graves that we could tour. And those are the ones from the fallen men and women who served this great nation. I think it's very important that we remember the sacrifices these people made. We live in a nation where we can agree to disagree. We can have our different viewpoints. We can be on one team or the other. We can choose who we love. We have rights that others do not have. So I did a lot of reflecting, and if I was ever going to visit grave sites that people should remember, that people should want to visit, it's not to visit these and take cool pictures and say, hey, I was here. It's to visit the final resting place of the men and women who died fighting for our freedoms, and they should never be forgotten. And today, that's why this episode is very special to me, because each and every one of the people that are buried here in this cemetery, they died for your right to believe the way you want to believe. They died for those freedoms. Because these people all gave they all sacrificed their lives so we could have the freedoms we have here today. Me personally, I will forever be in debt to the men and women who serve this great nation, and more so, the men and women who died defending the freedom for this nation. We're going to go through here and we're going to pay our respects to these men and women. There's actually a lot of people out here today, which is really an amazing thing. There's a couple people that I know of who are buried here. I'm not going to record people while they're at their loved ones' graves. I don't feel that's going to be very respectful at all. I will not do that. So, purpose of this video is just to encourage you, if you have a national cemetery nearby, or if you know any veterans that's buried in a regular public cemetery, private cemetery, go visit them. Show your respect. Before you put that hamburger on the grill this weekend, before you put out the hot dogs, you decorate the picnic table, you update your Facebook status, with your God Bless America as your Bible verses in regards to veterans. Come out here and pay your respects to their graves. Thank them. That is the least that we as a nation owe these fine men and women. You're going to notice that most of the time we're recording, I'm either going to be directly recording a set of headstones that nobody's visiting, or it's just going to be me talking. That's because I'm not going to record people in their moment of privacy with their loved ones. They are owed that. They deserve that. These grounds are sacred because they are the final resting place of the greatest heroes. The most famous graves in our nation are in national cemeteries. And that's what we are doing here today. They died for that. For you, for me, for our children, for our grandchildren. This gentleman right here, lifelong friend of my family's, he gave his entire life in the United States military. Very decorated, been all over the world, just an exceptional human being. Still died too young, in my opinion. They all do. But this is Gerald Brooks, just one of many American heroes. When we think about Memorial Weekend, every one of us should stop and remember why we have a Memorial Weekend. And it's because of the brave men and women, I cannot stress this enough, the brave men and women who fought and died for this nation. When you're with your families tonight or over this weekend, don't take that for granted, folks. This is why we have a Memorial Day weekend. In closing, all I want to say is that I'm grateful for the men and women who died defending this great nation. Just like I'm grateful for all the veterans, past and present, who fought to defend this nation. I don't think a lot ever gets said about the ones who's no longer with us. So to those people, to those brave souls, I say thank you. Happy Memorial Day. Be safe. Thank you for watching. If you would like to see more videos, hit that subscribe button and follow us on Facebook.